It's playoff time here for the Cheney Cowboys. I'm sitting with Coach Marlon McGahee and Coach Brown. Coaches, appreciate you guys for letting me talk to you before the game.
Appreciate it. Thanks for coming.
Let's recap the season real quick. 8-6, definitely took a step back considering how things were last season. But you guys also, with those 6 losses, you lost to top-tier teams in the state of Ohio. During each of those losses, Coach Brown, I'm going to start here. During each of those losses, what did you guys learn as a team?
That we could play with anybody. I mean, those teams that we lost the 6 losses to were all top in the state. And each of those games, I think, besides the St. V's game, we were within 6 or 7 points in each game. And for us to be a D2 team playing against D1, I mean, ranked 1 in the state, 2, 3, 4, I think all of them in the top, at least 15. And to play the way we played against those guys, I think, it's honorable. I don't like moral victories, but I think it was a little bit of a moral victory for each game. We did lose.
I was at the game at the Cavalier Court against Jackson, and you guys are right in there, but towards the end you kind of checked out. What is it from a coaching standpoint that you want your guys to, do in this playoff run?
I think all season, with athletes, they rely on their athleticism instead of relying on their, I would say, our game plan. They try to do different things outside of what we teach here.
With everything that you all have been doing this year, and I do want to make sure that, I word these things correctly, even though you guys are 8-6, it's not necessarily the best records compared to other schools, but other schools have had a chance to play all year. You guys have not. How frustrating was that for you?
Very frustrating. I mean, the group of kids that we had who have been here since the beginning, the start of this, and, certain records that they could achieve individually, that they weren't able to because of not being able to play the full amount of games, But it's the stance we took with some of the things with this COVID thing. It's been a crazy year. But to see those kids and all that they've done with this program, and to see them from March, you figure from last year, going to go play St. V's, not being able to go play that game, and then coming into the season and some of the games that we weren't able to play this year. I think it's, when you coach, you don't coach for yourself or personal victories. It's for the kids, and to see them have to go through that and struggle through that. But I got to give them credit. I mean, they've been fighting through. They've come into practice. They come to play, and hats off to them, because I don't know as a senior what I could do going through this COVID era of things. So I applaud the kids.
The core of this team, Sherrod Taylor, Cam Lawrence, and Quincy Jones. Sherrod has a chance to break the 1,000 points.
Correct.
Cam Lawrence has a chance to be the all-time assist leader, and Quincy has a chance to be the all-time rebounder. As a coach, how exciting has it been for you to coach those guys?
Well, it's really exciting because those kids put in the work. When you get a group of kids that put in the work on and off the court, like I said, they're all straight A students, and they work hard on the court and off the court. So that's really exciting.
As exciting as it's been to watch them, there were a few key games, in particular against schools like Cardinal Mooney, that they were not able to play against. Coach, do you feel that schools of that caliber were just simply afraid to go against you guys?
Well, I don't know if they're afraid, but I just think that when you have league games, I think you should play all the league games. A lot of teams ducked us because they were getting calls saying that we started this COVID thing, we were spreading it around, but that's not true. Like I said, we get tested before each and every game. We get tested before practice. We wear our masks at practice. So there's no way that we can be spreading it. We had it twice, and every time we had it, it was on the lower level, and another school gave it to us.
Even though the other schools gave it to you guys, you still managed to keep going, and you still managed to try to stay positive. But unfortunately, when you tried to reschedule those games with the other schools, they did not want to play you guys. As a coach, why do you feel that other teams in this area in particular will not play you? Because you've beat everybody else, and you only lost to the schools that were upper division. So why do you feel as if the schools around here will not play Cheney?
To be somewhat politically correct, I mean, to a certain degree, I feel it's a duck. But on the other end, I think the thing is, it becomes where the adults, I think, somewhat want to get involved, and that's been in our area. I think that's been a big problem. I mean, there should be rivalry games all the time. I don't know why nobody would want to. I mean, I'm a competitor. I mean, even when we just played Mentor, I mean, they're #1 in the state, undefeated. We just went and played them Friday. I mean, it would have been a daunting task for us to win that game, but coach was like, hey, let's go, let's play. Our kids have been cheated so bad. I keep saying the kids, they've been cheated so bad because it's not about me or Coach Marlin here. It's about the kids, and they've been cheated so much to go play that mentor game really didn't serve a real big purpose for us, but a moral victory again. But we had our chance to win that game, and I think the kids are the ones who suffered through all that. Why anybody wouldn't want to play a game if you're a competitor, I don't understand. I mean, the COVID thing is crazy. Our biggest thing that I hear a lot of is we test. Why do we test so much? We know we're probably the safest team in the whole state, probably the way we test. Us and East, the city schools. And I think a lot of times the city gets a bad rep for so many other different things, but I don't think nobody has come in and gave us applause for taking the safe route on this COVID thing. So it's kind of hurt the kids. It's kind of hurt us. You always hear negative things about the city. I haven't heard any positive about us testing so much other than why do you test so much? So
even though it's hurt the kids in the sense of them not having a full schedule and a full season, you made it to the playoffs with an above 500 record, and now you have a chance to defend your title. What's it going to take for you guys to defend it?
I say to do the things that we do. We can't let teams slow us down. We like getting up and down the court, playing hard man-to-man defense, and we just can't take each team lightly. I worry about teams that's really good because we play them well. When teams, I don't want to say that's bad, but I'm saying not up to our talent, we play with them just like that. We win by 4 or 5 points, and we hang with the bigger teams.
The bigger teams will cause bigger issues, and the bigger teams will make sure that you're very tested and you're battle tested. 6 losses came to those upper notch teams, but you were still in the ball game. Does that give you somewhat of a stronger confidence because now the playoffs are here and you guys feel as if, you know what, our time is now, we can really make something happen?
Right, because we've been through a lot of things that other schools in the area have not been through.
Such as what? Like, I want you to hit on that.
I would say you have some teams undefeated. You'll have some teams 19-2. You'll have some teams 17-3. They haven't been through the wars that we went through. So until you understand what it takes to go through wars, and then when you meet those type of teams, you can't compete. So I think each and every night we'll be able to compete with any type of team that we play because we gear ourselves, we're ready for it, we have it each and every night, and that's what we do at Cheney.
Nothing else needs to be asked. Coach Brown, thank you so much for your time. Be sure